Hello, geometry students. As you can see, today we are starting chapter 3. We are going to talk about parallel and perpendicular lines. So, two lines are parallel if they lie in the same plane and do not intersect. So, parallel lines will look like that. If lines look parallel, we can't say they're definitely parallel. They could be a tiny bit diagonal, so eventually they would intersect. The way that we say that they're parallel is we put little arrows on them like that. Let's label these lines M and L. If we want to say line M is parallel to line L, instead of saying that whole sentence, we can just say M is parallel, so two vertical lines, to L. Two lines are perpendicular if they intersect to form a right angle. Remember, a right angle is 90 degrees. So if we have two lines that intersect at a 90-degree angle, we put that box there. Let's again name them M and L. If we want to say line M is parallel to line L, we can just say M and then a upside down T, that means is perpendicular to L. Alright. Next thing we want to do here, I was supposed to draw a diagram here, but I forgot. So I'm going to draw it here. So just pause this video when I'm done, and you can draw this diagram. Alright, go ahead and pause it so you can draw that diagram. Alright, welcome back. Next, we are going to identify if lines are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. So lines M and N. So M and N are here. Check those out. These little arrows tell us that they are parallel. So if you don't want to write out the whole word, you can just use the symbol. Next, we have P and Q. Okay, so they intersect, so they're definitely not parallel. Do they intersect at a 90-degree angle? Nothing shows a 90-degree angle, so these are neither. Next we have N and P. They intersect, so they're definitely not parallel, but check it out. They intersect at a 90-degree angle, so perpendicular. Next one, we need another diagram. So I'm going to draw it quickly. When I'm finished, you can draw this. So we've got M, N. Alright, so pause to draw that, please. Alright, welcome back. So I want to name a pair of parallel lines. So let's take a look. Oh, here's our little arrows. So M and N are parallel. Perpendicular means they intersect at a 90-degree angle. Oh, check that out. There's a 90-degree angle. So we can say M and Q are perpendicular. We could have also said N and Q as well, because we have 90 degrees there. Alright, here's a little challenge question. How many right angles are formed by two perpendicular lines? So if we have two perpendicular lines, we usually see it drawn like that. There's our 90-degree angle. Now if we think about it, we know vertical angles are congruent. So that means this angle is also 90 degrees. These two angles together, sorry, my lights just went off. Is that better? No, I think it's worse. These two angles together form a straight line, which means they equal 180. So if we take 180 minus 90, this angle is also 90 degrees, and we have vertical angles 90 degrees. So we actually have 4 right angles. Alright, flip it over to the next page. We're going to talk about slope a little bit, and then we are done. So perpendicular line slopes are opposite reciprocals of each other. So opposite is referring to the sign. So if it's positive, the opposite would be negative. If it's negative, the opposite would be positive. And reciprocal, if we have a fraction, we have numerator over denominator. Reciprocal means you flip these. So it would be denominator over numerator. And we'll do an example right here, and I'll show you what we mean. And parallel lines have the same slope. So they're just equal. Parallel is pretty easy. Alright, so let's look at example 1. Find the slope of a line parallel and perpendicular to a line with, this should say, with slope 5. Sorry, I forgot a word there. So the original slope is 5. M is the letter that we use to represent slope. So M equals 5. That means our slope is 5. Parallel slope is going to be the exact same. So slope is 5. Perpendicular is where it gets a little tricky. So if our original slope is positive 5, we know our perpendicular slope is going to be negative something. Now we need the reciprocal. It doesn't look like 5 has a denominator, but when we have a whole number, every whole number has a denominator of 1. We just don't write it because we don't need to. It's repetitive to say it's over 1. So to get the reciprocal, we flip the 5 and the 1, and we will get 1/5. So my perpendicular slope is negative 1/5. Alright, that's it for today. See you later.